ओके सो हाय आप सभी को सुष्मिता का प्यार भरा नमस्ते एंड वेलकम बैक टू आवर न्यू वीडियो. In today's video we will be talking about annotating a book, which means how to remember and retain information after you are reading a book. See, reading is a superpower. It is like the gym for your brain. You are making your brain function, correct? But what is the use if you cannot retain or remember what you are reading? Because reading helps you to enhance your knowledge, right? And how will the knowledge be enhanced? Only when you can retain or remember whatever you have read. So let's see 5 points which will help you to remember and retain whatever you have been reading. The first one is to find the purpose. This is very, very important. Like, what is the purpose of your reading? Are you like reading it for some entrance exams, or are you just reading it for fun, or you're reading to motivate yourself, or you're reading for some exams that you will be appearing for, or you are reading just to gain information? So each of these is a purpose which helps you, right? So helps you to find, like, on that basis you will be planning the way you read so that you can retain and remember whatever information you are reading or gaining. So once you know the purpose, it becomes easier for you to go ahead. For example, if you are reading for your school examinations, you're reading your subjects like history, geography, science for that matter, understanding is very important. Second, what I feel is whatever you are learning, if you can just write it once, it will definitely help you to retain. So there are various techniques which will help us to retain what we are learning, and the most important one is to first find out what is the purpose for your reading. The second one is color codes. So this is the book which I am currently reading, which is Attitude is Everything. So if you look at this part, your attitude is your window to the world. See how I have used different color codes to remember the sections. Here I have used green color to highlight the characters and the most important lines that they are talking about. We can use it is helpful to find specific information. We can use blue for quotes, green for vocabulary, yellow for important points, red for characters. Sometimes we can use some sticky notes as well, which will help us, for finding pages for quick references. If you see here, Sarah had walked into the coffee shop with a smile. Now, this book basically talks about how do we behave or what is our attitude in different situations. So, there are two characters, Sarah and Sam. So, I have highlighted the most important part with this green highlighter, which helps me to remember. Also remember, please make sure that the color codes you use remains same for all your readings, otherwise you might get confused. Fine. So now let us see the third important point, which is summarizing after each section. So now I'll show you how I have summarized the part that I had read. You can see I've used this sticky note. I had started this on 25th of July, lesson 1. These are the important pointers that I have jotted down, which will remain as a summary for me. I have made it in bullet points, and key events and ideas are noted here so that it can become quick to go manual for me when I want to revise a particular section. Let us see what is the fourth pointer. The fourth one is to create symbols. Now, creating a symbol system, correct? See, this is a history chapter where I want to learn some important points. Of course, I have highlighted, but the areas which I really want to remember, see, here I have written it as who is the person, who was the general of Humayun and his faithful friend. This is the most important part that I want to remember. So maybe I can use star mark for my important or favorite moment, or maybe the most important section which I really want to remember. I can use question marks to remember some characters, or maybe for some confusing parts I can use an exclamation mark, a star mark, and various symbol systems to create, like, when I look into this page while I'm revising for my exams, I can immediately go to the star mark and remember that this is the important part which I need to revise. Or maybe this question mark, which I had to remember and I was forgetting, so I can revise this quickly. So this can become a go-to manual for me to remember everything very, very easily. Let's move to the next point, which is reviewing your notes. So the fifth and the most important one is to review, to revise. Whatever you have been doing, whatever notes you have been preparing, it is most important that time to time you go back to it and do a quick revision that will help you to reinforce what you have read and what you have learned. See, it is not about how many pages you read, but it is about how much you could retain after reading, and that is the most important thing, correctly? So these were some important points which will help you to remember and retain whatever you have been reading. See, reading is an enriching experience, and to make it even more valuable for your life, these pointers will definitely play a very, very important role. Try all of these and see how this magic unfolds for you. And if you have any trick which will help us, please do write to us in the comment section, and we will definitely try to enforce in our lives. Till then, take care, keep reading, keep learning, keep remembering, and keep retaining whatever you hear and whatever you read. So practice, revise, read, and find out your own ways to retain them. Till then, keep thriving and take care. Thank you so much.